Oh my goodness. Oh, that dude. Oh, he's up on the sand dune. Oh, they don't want me recording. Yeah, look at that. All right, it's the first time we've seen sun, warm sun, in a while. It is Thursday morning, the 2nd of March. And we have had about 10 days of storming like the rest of California. And I got to yank this sucker out here. It's frozen in there, but we're going to get her out and get her rocking and rolling. Everything's starting to drip and melt off. Our gate was frozen, so every time we needed to leave, I had to run out there with a Lowe's bucket full of hot water and completely thaw out the pulley and the track, get her going. So let's get this sucker loaded and let's get to high ground where it's going to be 70 degrees in Glamis today. And this will be our last Glamis trip, me and my kid, as I've said. Then we're on to springtime where we can do tons of riding. if you're asking yourself, what happened to the wheels on your mobile gearbox there? And the bottom of the plastic was so soft that the wheels buckled, just sitting in my garage over time. So the thing was leaning and falling over. So yesterday I took the wheels off. I have a solution. I'm gonna back it up with a board on the bottom. Next video. Alright, so sucker's been in there since November, and I had her in there because I was doing tons of work, finishing all the electrical and stuff. It's so nice just running back and forth to my toolbox versus throwing everything like in a wheelbarrow and bringing it out there. But I do store it out here from now on until next winter. So for the first time in the life of my airbag system, I flipped the switch and the compressor didn't come on. So I did have to bonsai home up a dirt road yesterday, and I did have to bonsai through 2 to 3 feet of snow in Big Bear yesterday, and I'm wondering if maybe one of the wires ripped out or the fuses popped or something. So I'm gonna check that right now. All right, all the wires look good. Oh, that was weird. That was weird. I flipped it back off and you heard it like try to start, and then I turned it on and it started. So the only thing I can think of is maybe there's moisture in the compressor motor itself and it was froze, because again, it has been freezing and snow was plowing under that whole system yesterday for like an hour as I tried to make my way up Highway 18, which was closed. Okay, so I feel better. Hopefully it won't kill my batteries. This is what I used to defrost my gate right here. Buckets of hot water. Okay, so remember last time I was gonna use them and then I didn't use them and I didn't know how they stayed up inside the hole. So I just did a little tutorial on YouTube and I did a bunch of research. I guess they snap in place and I wasn't getting them to snap in place. And then you use the tongue to lift it higher than you want it. Then you put the chain on, flip the little lever over and drop it so the chains are tight. Now there's some controversy between, do you use a stabilizer system with airbags? Because the airbags stiffen up the rear end. Well, it's back and forth like politics. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna inflate them to 25, which is where I like to tow this at. It still gives my spring some flexibility, but it keeps it from looking all saggy. I'm gonna go to 25 and then just set the tow bars and see how it goes. When we towed to GLAMIS last time, I did notice that when big vehicles passed me, like big semis were coming, and their air was pushing off the side, this thing did try to wag because it's so small, right? It did try to get a little wiggly on me, and I had to counter steer, you know, slightly to keep it straight. And when I'm passing bigger vehicles, it would do that too. And I didn't like that. I don't like that feeling. My fifth wheel never did anything like that. And I've never had a trailer wag like that before. So I noticed there's a little ball on this thing too. And I noticed these things, you can buy an anti-wag like shock absorber deal that bolts in over there. So I'm gonna look into that because this stuff's already here. But this is for the system. So we'll see how this works. Looks like he's used it a lot. And here we go. My fifth wheel had a 4,200 pound pin weight. I had to go to 75 to flatten it out. So see, it's riding straight now. So let's put these bars on. Ah, yeah, it clicked. See that? Okay. See, I knew those bars had a little keyway slice and I knew they had to go in there somewhere, but I was just so amped to go camping. I said, forget it. And I left. So let's hook it up. Okay, no, they're not tight at all, so we got to make them tighter. I'm gonna fire up the Jenny because I don't want to do this jack on the batteries. All right, well, you heard her backfire because I primed her too much. I'll start my Jenny once a month no matter what. So I'm gonna raise that jack here and tighten up these bars. Okay, that one I can do by hand. The other one was actually a little tight when I went to release it, so maybe the trailer's sitting a little crooked. So I'm gonna go one up on the link, see how it goes. And I put my floor jack handle with me. See how this goes. See, that one's tighter than the other one. Oh, I'm on the third link, that's why. Let's fix that second link. Leveler now. So they're both tight. This one I have on the second link, the other one I have on the third link, and they seem to have the same amount of tension. So I'll check them when we're traveling and we get level. But I'm gonna keep this bar with me so I can do that. So I'll give you guys a report on if I think it tows better or worse or what. So see how the attitude of my truck is back to where it was. That's where you want it. So it's all hooked up. He does not like the delivery drivers that come and park here and they put stuff in our little box. But you can see what he does here. See all these holes in the bin, all these teeth marks? What he does is when they drop a package in here, if he can't get to it, he starts ripping on this, starts grabbing it and wiggling it around all angry. It's like he relates whatever's in that box to his aggression towards Prime, Amazon, FedEx, UPS. And he's a good boy. All right, so if I brought it to the cabinet, I'd have another 7.5, 47. So 48 inches I think is the width of that 250. Yeah, so I could bring 3 quads. I could do 3. I could shove that one over 7 more inches. I just don't want it to rub on the cabinet if it doesn't have to. So this time I'm not doing that. Mine could go over. This one could go over. And we could get my wife's 250 right here. Anyway, yeah, look at all this room we got for storage now. Well, we made it. I'm just leveling out the camper and I'm going to set up camp. All right, we're all set up. Been less than an hour. Bikes are unloaded, firewood's unloaded, and outside's all set up, inside set up, and now it's time to camp. All right, interesting tidbit. You know, I designed this Starlink mount and it's working like a champ. And I hooked it up, it oriented itself, so I know it's talking to, you know, the mothership or whatever.
More calling Orson. Come in, Orson.
But all of a sudden, it kept giving me an error on my app saying, you're not at your home address. I'm like, well, no crap, I'm not, I'm camping. And I've talked to a lot of people that tell me, I just bring my Starlink. But they've never said what I'm about to say. It said, in order for you to use Starlink away from your home, you need to upgrade your service to RV. It's another 35 bucks. So I said, okay, fine. So after I did that, I noticed that the dish was orienting itself and the app started saying, we're downloading information. So I think it's gonna work here. It's been 2 hours I've been playing with this. And that's my rant for now. And I wanted to say something about these tables. You have seen me work on this table for the last 7 or 8 years. I cut steel on it, which makes it, you know, kind of grainy. I cook on it. It breaks down into a flat piece the size of that table. It goes in the back of my truck. I bought another one, exact same thing. These things are awesome. All right, got the dinner burning, got the boy eating, got the computer up, and got our LED light. So I'm looking in the screen here. It looks like it's flashing in the video, but it's not. It's providing really cool blue light for a whole camper. So we can see everything, but it's very easy on the eyes. And then I can see outside because I have the outside light on. When you have all the lights on in here, you can't see outside. So everything's charging, everything's working. Woo! Oh, mama. All right, it is the 3rd of March, and we are here in the back of Wash 10, and it is so peaceful. And we have been dealing with blizzard-like freezing conditions for weeks, and it is so nice. I think it's about 70 degrees outside. Just kind of an update on the tow bars. The tow bars pretty much solved 90% of the uncomfortable part of towing. It still does wiggle a little tiny when you go by a big semi-truck. It still does kind of bounce up and down a little bit, but all that's been reduced like 90%. It's like it feels more like a fifth wheel to me now than a trailer, you know, pivoting at the hitch. So those tow bars work really good. I'm really happy with that. Last night it took 2 hours for me to get this solar set up. The mount just did not want to cooperate, so I had to use like a couple bolts and an extra flag mount that I had in my toolbox. And you have your hand up?
You said solar. It's internet.
Oh, solar. Oh, thank you. See, yeah. Small, young brain versus old brain. Thank you. The Skynet. Yeah. So it took 2 hours to hook up Skynet. And here's a couple pictures of the mount. I had to Mickey Mouse these bolts in here to get it to just be tight. And then everything else that I engineered out of my garage worked great. I'm watching TV over here. He's watching his tablet. Last night, we ran the heater at 60 degrees, so it came on a lot because it got in the late 30s last night. All of that stuff stayed charging all night. We were using our fans, charging my phone, charging his switch, and the battery still showed good this morning.
The Owens are building a 2-story, 1,120 square foot log cabin. It will have an Arctic entry, a kitchen, a dining room, a living room, and space for a future bathroom. The second story will have a master bedroom and a family room.
I absolutely love Alaska build shows. I love them. And I'm sitting here totally comfortable. I swapped out that big foam thing I showed you last time, and I bought this memory foam 6-inch bed. I'll show it to you here. This is the 3rd one we bought. We put one of these in our guest room in our house, and people loved it so much, better than a normal mattress. I put one on his bunk bed. And then I bought me one here, and I put the foam thing up there for now, but I'm going to get him one of these for up there, and then we can move it around and use the other empty space up there for storage, because that's queen size. It's actually larger than queen size up there. But we're just sitting in here chilling, just talking about how awesome it is to have all this space. We've taken this, how old is this camper?
Yeah.
What is it now? So this is a 15-year-old camper.
Wow.
And we've maximized its potential for devices and comfort and stowage, and you know, the floor got this cool carpet. I spilled a whole coffee on this carpet last time we camped, and I just soaked it up with paper towels, and I can't even see where it was. It was perfect. So I did order some more rugs for in there, so when you come in there's a nice rug, and then when you're in the kitchen there's a nice rug, and then when you're in the bathroom there's a nice rug to stand on. I usually just throw my dirty clothes on the floor, so when I come out of the shower, and if I'm dripping a little bit, the clothes suck it up, and then when I'm done I use my clothes to wipe up the floor if there's any dirt. So anyway, we're just enjoying it. Gonna go on a ride here shortly. Make sure that they're good.
Yeah, these help a lot.
Oh, that's about the coolest thing.
He's gonna go land in the.
That reminds me of our Uncle Bob. Every time I see one of those. This will make you trip and fall in the fire.
Hopefully the fire truck or fire buggy, whatever they call it.
I got another one in a few minutes. This don't work.
It's just spicy lemonade, guys.
this ear.
Go to sleep?
Yeah, give me this. Give me that earphone.
I didn't realize that.
You good?
Yeah, I was asleep. Wasn't I?
You want to take a potty hike?
Sure.
Okay. Alright, it's Saturday morning and we're going to hit the store first, pick up some necessities, shoot out to the swing set and watch the madness. And over the last evening we had a lot of people pulling into camp, so GLAMIS is in full swing right now. I'm just going to get ready and we'll get on out of here. Alright, when I find a product that I really like, I recommend it to you guys. This, I've had many riding backpacks. This Climb model here, here's a picture of it. If I can get it out of here. This Climb brand right here, everything they make is great. But this one backpack, I actually have two of these. I have one for riding dirt, one for riding my ATVs, because I keep gear in separate containers. So this thing allows you to fit so much stuff in it, and it secures up nice and tight. Everything zips up really well. It's got a hard case. It's got a bunch of different compartments. I can show you the whole thing. I'm just going to tell you this thing is awesome. It's got one strap across your chest. It's got pockets where I keep money and tools, stuff like that. And you throw it on, you don't have the belly one. You know, so if you're like me, this belly one gets old real quick. It doesn't have that, and I was worried that it would be kind of unstable, unsecured, but it goes on and you forget about the thing, and it fits and feels really good on your back. Yesterday I carried a half gallon of milk home from the store, among all the other stuff. So I'm gonna load it right now and just kind of show you how good it is. So I'm gonna put my drone all the way in the bottom. Actually, I'm gonna put waters. I'm gonna put a little bit of sugar. And then my drone goes right here. And then my drone remote fits right on top like this. There's actually another compartment in here, but my remote fits like that. And then in this top part, I actually keep my riding glasses, some reading glasses. They even have this thing here that wraps up your phone and puts your phone in there. Now I need to start my Relive app right now. Get my ride going here. Yeah, maybe later. Everyone's always suggesting. Let's record, hit start, and it's gonna record the day of riding. So, you know, you wrap it up in this little thing like this, you shove it in this pocket right here, and then I put my reading glasses in there. You can put your wallet in here, you know, for when you're stopping and getting munchies. Keep my riding glasses out. Forgot something. I also put a hat in here because my bald head gets fried when we get out to the dunes areas out there. So there's that. And then in here I actually put this GoPro in there. I'm gonna go mount these, but in here I'm gonna put some food for us. Forgot to show you, there's actually a tool pack I keep right here. This thing's full of tools. And so if you need sockets, screwdriver, something like that, it's in there. See that? Tucks right in. So we'll put our food back in here. Keep my camper keys in there. Extra GoPro battery in there. Gotta find a place to put my pair. So I bet I could just put it right there like that, and it'll fit. Watch. You can just ram. Yeah. I had all this stuff in here yesterday, plus a half a gallon of milk. So we're gonna go to the store to get wipes because we ran out, just like we did last time we were here. And wipes are important for our sensitive tushies. Anyway, if you want a killer backpack, get this one. It's awesome.
quiet though. It was nice last night. There you go, Dad.
They got a lot of stuff at this market. Here's backpacks.
Your wife has never got
They got tons of stuff here.
They even got random stuff like this.
He always finds the toys.
Just random. I'm pretty proud.
Look at that.
They got lots of cool stuff here. I always like just cruising the store when I get here.
This is over.
They got RV parts, auto parts, camping accessories, barbecue stuff, firewood, toys, bathroom stuff. They got hoses, hose clamps, dirt bike tubes,
Toothbrushes, toothpaste,
more toys.
everything you need to survive in the desert.
There's like a medicine thing,
Shot glass.
razor belts, tie downs, batteries,
Really good.
more stuff there. You need some thongs, fuses,
Tires.
lights, batteries,
Slime.
fluids. You need fluids. More clamps and goodies. All kinds of tools in here. Mountain Dew,
Wrenches.
oil pan,
Oh, Dad, look at this.
nut and bolts. Tons of shirts. Tons and tons of shirts and hats. More shirts. Tons of sweaters. More hats. Helmets. T-shirts. More shirts. More shirts. Oh, they got stretchy pants. Ooh, I might have to get some of these. They got hoodies. From the store, and we're trying to get to the swing set, and it looks to me like we're directly behind wash 10, so we're going diagonal, making a huge dune run because they're behind like the 20s. And my toolkit came in handy. I don't think I've ever used tools all my years riding, but that bolt right there was loose and this was vibrating, so see, the pack's paying off. Oh my goodness.
Like that high right there.
How is that kid going so high? I can't even go that high. I bet you if I got a wing push. If I got a boost, I could do it. Is there gun shots?
that dude? Oh, he's up on the sand dunes. We gotta record this. Wow. It's okay. I'm like, oh, they don't want me recording.
Hey, they got the same water.
So that dude is stuck in a sand dune, man. We've been stuck in one of these once,
I
and
remember that in Uncle Tony had to get
that is a bad truck right there. That thing's got some
Should we
power.
ask if they need our diesel?
They got plenty of power. They got 3 diesels.
That one's not. These 2 are.
Oh yeah, look at that! Yeah!
Oops. $35 down the drain.
Oh, oops.
Worth it.
Oh boy.
Sandwiches, cookies and cream. Woo-hoo.
Standing in the most unique vantage point in all of racing, the finish line for the Daytona Supercross at Monster Energy Supercross.
Dad, this is what happens when I miss a shift. So we're trapped in the camper, and I had this old clock swipe, and I just set it. I crumbled it up and I set it on the fan, and now it's dancing until it dies. So.
So we're back at our favorite place to eat here. There's two places you can eat here. Well, there's a lot of food, but there's two places that do like all American food. This is the one on the west side of the vendor row, and there's one on the east side, and we've tried both. This one is the best, absolutely. Right, buddy?
Yeah. Here are your nachos, sir. Oh, wow.
You made it, bro.
I made it. You made it. We all made it.
We made it up here to Osborne all the way from Wash 10, and it's fun until you get into this where everyone else goes.
It felt like we were going through like 30 whoop sections.
A miracle from Ricky Carmichael, which was... Whoa! Oh, there's the mistake!
Hey, now.
That thing's awesome.
Yeah, it is. Except when it runs,
Yeah.
it doesn't get stuck.
Holy cow.
It's got some horsepower, huh?
Yeah.
All right, our first little ride out of the box on these new quads. What we did was, you know, I buy older stuff that's clean, hopefully, and I fix it up. Here we have an 08, here we have an 06, and we've been fixing them up. We've got the exhaust on them, and then we just got new wheels and tires that match steering tires, front and rear, black wheels, cool looking. And then I did my best on the jetting like I told you guys before, but we took them to a race shop and they jetted them, and these things fly. Mine feels like a 500 now, like that Predator I had, but the power is smoother and easier to work with.
I can say mine feels like a 300.
Yours is a lot faster. You're in fourth gear all over.
I'm in fourth gear and I'm barely putting any gas on it, and it's coming up all these massive sandy dunes. It's awesome.
And once again, we got here after all the crazy storms, middle of the week, between President's Day, and you're seeing a couple tracks. Those are ours, but this whole place is almost untracked. So we're gonna go cause some more tracks, right?
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back. We are back from GLAMIS now, and we're post-storm era, and oh, there goes a falcon. Whoa, never seen one of those here. He's white and black. That's cool. Anyway, yeah, we're back from GLAMIS, and it's post crazy storm season, and what we have left is we have lots of moist dirt up in those hills. So I yanked the quads out, and I'm swapping over all the sand tires, and we're gonna go on a ride today up to the waterfall. So we'll take you with us. Yeah, some big hill climbs here. Some big old mamas coming up out of here.
Yeah, you can tell it's pretty steep because the trees went from, like, they go from this to, like, that.
How was the ride?
It was pretty easy. It was fun.
Yeah?
I hit some bumps on the way, but it was fine.
How about those, like, big hill climb things?
The big hill climb
Shortcuts?
things. I was scared. Because I went up, and then I come over. You know, the up part's easy, but the down part, you have to hold. I hold these two brakes because my left brake's super hard. So I was going front brake and back brake. And I just heard it sliding, and we're going down. There's like these big bumps, and it was fun though.
You did good, buddy. So we made it here, and I don't hear a lot of water up in there. The falls are up this trail right in that V. We'll go take a look, but I can see where some people are doing tons of riding. There's a hill climb line that goes up that hill, and you know the camera never does it justice, but that thing is super steep. I would love to see someone climb that here.
Trees are sideways.
The sign was new, just like a couple years ago. And these idiots come down here, and this is how you lose your riding areas. These idiots that do this stuff. All right, let's go check it out.
I wonder what they got behind it.
Oh, look at this. This should be raging right here. We've had tons of water and snow. It's a trickle. Let's go check it out.
I don't know how to get across that.
So usually this is rushing. All of this is big.
It's like the can't walk in here.
What a bummer.
Hey, better than nothing.
Yeah, better than nothing. But I thought this thing would be raging like when we came here a couple years ago.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Oh well, fun ride though.
Yeah.
Maybe more snow needs to melt up there, but there's not a whole lot left up there.
How am I gonna do this?
Put your left foot there.
I'm like very heavy. There we go.
We got this.
Alright, so
Yeah, see there's some mountain lion turds right there. It's got all kinds of fur in it. Of course, it's a perfect watering hole. And this is the trail we saw the huge bobcat. Oh yeah, coming right through here. Yeah, those are bobcat prints. See that?
yeah,
Oh, that's big. Look at that.
that may be mountain lion.
Look at that. Oh no, you're right. Those have to be mountain lion. Yeah, so he came in, he took a turd, and he got a drink. Sounds like what we do all the time.
Casual morning.
Yep. Everybody's morning routine.
And beer.
What's up, bro? How was that? Cool little trail, huh? Yeah, we'll go up to the top. And then we'll get our drinks. All right, we're back up to this mine. We're gonna check this thing out. Huh?
Take my clothes off.
Yeah. Look down here.
Oh,
You see that?
let's just stand on
Come on, buddy.
mine.
There's a ladder down there. Let's go in there.
Yeah. Let me put my soda somewhere.
Climb on up here. There's some recent welds on here.
Well, that means the rock. Oh.
Come on in. I'm gonna look this mine up. Ow, ow, ow. But this is some gnarly, like hole to the upside down or something. Some Demigorgon base.
Back down there?
up at the top of Apple Valley. Cool, huh?
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't drop my GoPro down in there, but that's the hole down in there. Okay, this is where they're getting in right here. Oh, these people dug under. That is sketchy.
I'll go in.
No, how do you get out? Look, it's like straight down.
Ladder.
There's no way you're getting out of that. Unless you have a rope. That's probably what they do. Tie a rope to this thing and climb down in there. Pointing up there, that's where I launched up and crashed because I came down this thing and went ah. Look at those hill climbs. Hey, good job. Crap, I wasn't recording. Darn it!